Hey guys, welcome back to Shep Talk and welcome to our first ever Shep Talk book review. But before we get into that review, a quick admin note. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button as well as that bell icon so you can get notified whenever I upload a video. Also, if you haven't done so already, I am on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. The links to those social media will be down below. Now let's get to the review of The Duke of Caladan. The Duke of Caladan was written by Kevin J. Anderson and Brian Herbert. Quick synopsis. Focusing on Duke Leto, the father of Paul Atreides, we follow Leto in the year before Dune takes place, where he is facing a new crisis on Caladan, as well as pressure from the Imperium, as well as a new faction rising among the Landsraad. First, I want to thank Kevin J. Anderson for allowing me an advance copy of this book. I set everything aside and made sure I would be able to finish this before the October 13th deadline. I have been a big fan of Dune since seeing the original movie and even recently rewatched Dune as well as the two sci-fi shows Dune and Children of Dune. And now with the movie getting pushed back until October 1st, 2021, I am planning on doing a big reread of the whole Dune series. But let's get into my thoughts on the Brian Herbert and Kevin J. Anderson's latest installment into the Dune universe. I will say that books that tie into movies or even come before books where we already know what happens to the characters later on always have me on the fence. The reason for that is because we know some of the characters are safe and nothing can really happen to them, so the situations they are put in are not really that dire. But Brian and Kevin seem to understand that and try to stay away from scenarios like that, but giving our characters tough choices that not only affect them, but those around them. The underlying theme in this book is the impossible choice. When placed in a situation where you have to make a choice, where the outcome might not be the best for you or everyone around you, what would you choose? The first time this is brought up is to Paul in one of those lessons with Thufir Hawat, but then later on we see it brought up again with Duncan Idaho, Duke Leto, and Lady Jessica. Each of them are put into situations where no matter what they choose, they will be hurting someone or a group with the decision they make. And because of this focus, we do get interesting content and see further into the minds of these people that we have known in film and books. That is the premise for this book. Getting to peek behind the curtain of certain characters to see what drives them and also how we got to where we are at the beginning of Dune. We don't just focus on Leto and his family on Caladan. It wouldn't be a Dune novel without checking in on our other players, such as the Emperor and the Baron Harkonnen. Both are big players at this time in the Dune universe and are always having some kind of effect on the House Atreides. The Emperor is dealing with nobles that aren't completely loyal to him, while the Baron is trying to stamp down those opposing his control of the planet Arrakis and the control of the spice that runs the universe. This, of course, is the first of a trilogy, so all the stories do not wrap up by the end of the book. We are left seeing some of the characters make those impossible choices and starting to see the consequences of making that choice, but of course we're not seeing it all played out. Brian and Kevin have to leave something for the next book. I really hope that Brian and Kevin are able to keep up the excellent storytelling that they have started with the Duke of Caladan, with the Lady of Caladan. I, for one, am looking forward to book 2. Overall, guys, the Duke of Caladan was a good story that kept me coming back and wanting to find out what was happening to Duke Leto, his son Paul, and Lady Jessica, as well as all the others that get caught up with all the action that is happening in the story. Like I said before, I'm really looking forward to the Lady of Caladan to see where the story takes us and see what happens to those that we have grown to love and hate. There are a lot of impossible choices that were made towards the end of book 1 that are going to have consequences moving forward in book 2 and probably wrapping up in book 3. But guys, if you are looking to get a taste of Dune before the movie comes out next year, then I can recommend the Duke of Caladan for the story that knows that it has an outcome that it needs to get to, but still delivers a story that keeps us wanting to know what is happening to the favorite characters. Brian and Kevin have also wrote so many backstories for the Dune series. You have the 5 main ones that Frank Herbert wrote that Dune is taking on, that Dune comes from, the new movie coming out. But if you want a little bit more history about the Dune franchise, especially since Dune is not coming out until October 1st next year, you have the opportunity, if you want to start with Dune and Frank Herbert's series, do so. But also go back and start with the Butler and Jihad, and you'll get some more backstory as well. But with all that being said, guys, though, Shep Talk gives the Duke of Caledon 3 Sheps out of 5. That is all I have time for you today. If you haven't already done so, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I truly appreciate it, and it does help my channel out a lot. And if you did like this video, please hit this button. Or if you did like this video, check out this video right here. I'm sure you'll enjoy that one just as well. But that is all I have time for today, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next review.